Good evening, football fans of Oklahoma. Welcome to tonight's Friday night high school football broadcast right here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live straight to your mobile device on PPBC TV. Once again, we have got a really good matchup for you this evening, and I'm really excited about it. And, of course, our title sponsors are SSM Health and Oklahoma City Community College. They proudly present the Cricket Wireless Friday night game of the week. Tonight's game is a Class 4A District 1 matchup between the Bridge Creek Bobcats and the 4-0 Douglas Trojans. We're broadcasting live from historic Moses F. Miller Stadium on the east side of Oklahoma City. And I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick, alongside my football analyst, Mr. Dylan Tribble himself. Dylan, how you doing tonight?
Man, it is really good to be back at Douglas High School. It is always a pleasure. They always treat us really good here. And the Trojans are undefeated. So there's a different feel tonight than there was in the previous years. They're undefeated. They're playing a team that has not won a game yet. So both teams are hungry. Douglas wants to keep that O at the last number of the record, and Bridge Creek would like to get to 1 and 3. So we will see how this game plays out tonight.
Yeah, and you kind of answered my own question. I'll still ask it anyway. Like I said, we've got another great game on deck for tonight. But how do you feel about tonight's matchup?
I like it. I like it. It's like we did last night. It's a district game, so everything's on the table now. There is no time to mess around. Like I said, we got to limit your errors because they could bite you in the butt later on in the season, and it could cost you some playoff seeding or not to make the playoffs. So both teams are going to leave it all out on the grass tonight. I love it. They got grass here. Normally stadiums have turf. This is some old school football right here at Moses F. Miller Stadium.
That's right. You're in tune to the Cricket Wireless pregame show, and we're just under about 13 minutes away until kickoff. And anytime we get a chance to broadcast over here on the east side, I automatically know we're going to have a lot of fun. And you're right, Dylan. I mean, this is a district game that means so much when it comes to playoff berths and playoff seedings. Long story short, it just means a lot more.
Sure does.
We'll talk about both teams. We'll highlight some players. We'll discuss keys to victory tonight. And, of course, hear from head coach of the Douglas Trojans, Damon Turner. Then soon after that, it'll be time for kickoff. So you're in tune to the Cricket Wireless pregame show. Do you love your phone? Hey, keep it and save some money and get an unlimited plan for $15 a month when you bring your phone and prepay $45 for the first 3 months. And just in case you do want a new phone, you can buy affordable, no annual contract smartphones and get reliable nationwide 5G with no hidden fees. That's Cricket Wireless. Let's take a short break, and when we return, we'll learn more about tonight's matchup between Bridge Creek and the Douglas Trojans. You're into the Cricket Wireless pregame show here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Swick here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have hit me up wondering about Prize Picks, and I'm here to tell you it's the real deal. Utilize your sports knowledge and turn it into cash. Seriously, all you've got to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use my promo code SWIXPICKS. That's right, SWIXPICKS is the promo code. You get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on that. Flex your sports knowledge and get cash for it. Do it today. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Welcome back to the Cricket Wireless pregame show. I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick, alongside my analyst, Dylan Tribble. And we, of course, are broadcasting live from Moses F. Miller Stadium here in the heart of Oklahoma City, over here on the east side, for tonight's game between the Bridge Creek Bobcats and the Douglas Trojans. Dylan, let's start with this Douglas Trojan football team. You said it earlier. They're currently undefeated at 4-0 to start the season. They're red hot right now, and they're hoping to continue that trend tonight against Bridge Creek. The Trojans started the season with a 41-6 victory over Capitol Hill. Then they pitched a shutout against Star Spencer, 60-0. And most recently, they won the Soul Bowl over Millwood 22-10, their first win over Millwood in 9 years. So that was a huge victory for them to set them up for tonight's game. Douglas head coach Damon Turner has this team playing at a really high level, and I spoke to him earlier today, and we had a really good conversation, and I'll just give you a sneak peek of what our conversation was like. All right, we're here with Douglas Trojan head football coach Damon Turner. Coach, how you doing?
Oh, feeling good, man. Feeling good. Nice Friday. Good night for some football.
Yes, sir, it is. And I got to say, your Trojans off to a great start to this season. Currently undefeated, 3-0. What's this year been like for you, just as a head coach, and talk about this journey up to this point?
This year it's been fun. We've had some rough times in the past, but I think our kids are starting to grow up a little bit. Still a young team, but just the fact that they've bought in the process and just kept working and persevering over the adversity throughout the summer has really helped us be in the position that we're in today.
Yeah, and your team has a great work ethic, and you guys have really put in the work in the offseason. I think you're starting to see it pay off this season, obviously. And then you've been doing things with the charities, and golly, it's been amazing just to watch your team kind of transform this year.
Yes, it has. I'm very proud of them. I think the community service has really brought our guys together. They're understanding that sometimes giving is more important than receiving. So we jumped on that trail this summer, and it's really benefited us.
District opener tonight, Coach, against Bridge Creek, the Bobcats. Why does district games mean more, and what's your thought on tonight's matchup?
District games mean more obvious because you got to have these to get into the playoffs. So that's a goal of ours to be in the playoffs. But tonight, it's just another football game. That's how we have to approach it, and we got to go out and play 48 minutes.
Now, I called your last game the Soul Bowl victory over Millwood. I mean, Zamarius Ziegler was our player of the game. How do you get him going again tonight?
I think we just kind of stick to the same things we've been doing. Don't change up much. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So, yeah, we're just going to be looking to still stay dominant, running the football, and get our blocks on the edge and see where it takes us.
It's sophomore quarterback Cash Sanders. I mean, he's just been a pleasant surprise this year as a sophomore. What's it been like coaching him, and what's the key part of his development?
I think more this year he's been more into film study. We spent a lot of time, just him and I, going over film, understanding reads. It's been a pleasure to coach the young guy, to see him grow. Obviously, with a young quarterback, there's growing pains. So we have some rough meeting sessions, but he's growing up, getting better every week.
Also, Cadis Vick, I mean, this guy's just a great two-way player for you, offensively and defensively. How important is he to this team?
He's the heart and beat and soul of our football team. He's a captain as a sophomore, was a captain as a freshman, just stepped on campus, ready to go. I think he's probably one of the better guys in the state, and he's just a sophomore. Work habits are just out of this world, kind of kid that you want on your football team.
Yeah, and he stands out on film. There's no question about it. Another player that really stands out to me is Devontae McCathern, who just has a nose for the football. How much do you depend on him on defense?
Well, defensively, we have a few guys that are obviously pretty good. He's one of them. He helps us get lined up. One of our smarter kids, 4.0 kids. So getting out there and getting everybody lined up, he's very important in that aspect.
What would a win tonight over Bridge Creek mean to this program, and how has this week's practice and preparation been?
This week's practice and preparation has been the same, coming off a bye week. When you're having a little success and you got a young team, you kind of got to keep them reeled in. With the Soul Bowl victory, some of us were still kind of riding high, so we had to squash that a little bit. But A win tonight means we're 4-0, and that we get a chance to play next week and with an undefeated record, and we start off 1-0 in district.
What do you want to see early on from your football team tonight at the beginning of the game?
Physical, run the football, and eliminate the middle mistakes.
Finally, Coach, what's the message to your football team? What are you going to tell them before they hit the field?
1% better every play, 1-0 this week.
I love it. Coach Damon Turner, head coach of the Douglas Trojans. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, yeah, you heard from Coach Turner. Dylan, you got any response, any takeaways from what he said?
I love the mindset of Coach Turner. You can tell he's locked in. He's calm, he's cool, and collective. And the players can really get behind that type of coach because they know their coach has got their back. He's been there through the struggles, and now they're starting to see the fruits of their labor this year, which is why they're undefeated. They got a really nice squad. They're young, but they're learning every single week. Control your 111th. That's what they've done thus far. And so tonight, it's going to be a big game for the Trojans to defend their home field. The captains are at midfield. For Douglas, you got number 2, Caddis Vick, number 18, Catch Sanders, number 64, Cruz LaViolet, number 90, Tristan Logan. And for the visiting team, Bridge Creek, you got number 1, Lathan McKnight, number 3, Shattuck Swires, number 44, Hunter Eberhart, and number 64, Caden Aber. Those are your captains for tonight's game at Moses F. Miller Stadium.
Of course, it's between the Douglas Trojans and the Bridge Creek Bobcats. Teams are about to run out onto the field. You've got the students out there and some of the band members out there standing alongside and ready for them to enter the field. But we appreciate you tuning in to the Cricket Wireless pregame show. I want to shout out our other sponsors for tonight. They are SSM Health, Oklahoma City Community College, State Farm agent Chuck Davis, Just Burgers, the restaurant off Northeast 23rd Street near Midwest Boulevard. And, of course, Super Prep is a sponsor, and we love what they bring to the table. OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and Friday Night Prep Zone, the show. You've got to tune in for that immediately following tonight's game. And stay tuned for that, all right? The Prep Zone show with D. Wright and Coach Luke Orvis as they go over high school football scores and highlights from around the state in this week's football games. And you can hear that immediately following the game here on 105.3. And, everybody that's tuning in to stream by PPBC TV, you can also tune in to OKC Sports Radio 105.3 for the Prep Zone show. Again, I'm your play-by-play announcer, Jay Swick. Alongside me is my analyst, Dylan Tribble. We are broadcasting live from historic Moses F. Miller Stadium on the east side of Oklahoma City. And we're about to get this Class 4A District 1 game started between Bridge Creek and Douglas. And there's nothing better than some Friday night football under the Friday night lights. And we're here today bringing that to you here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We're going to get the national anthem sang and performed by the Douglas Marching Band. And we'll be back here in 60 seconds to get this game started between Douglas and Bridge Creek. And we appreciate you tuning in tonight, whether that's listening live on OKC Sports Radio or viewing the game straight from your mobile device on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it. Because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
All right, we are back. It is the Cricket Wireless Game of the Week, sponsored by SSM Health and Oklahoma City Community College, here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We appreciate you tuning in, and we are in for a treat tonight with our Friday night broadcast featuring the Douglas Trojans and the Bridge Creek Bobcats. And running out onto the field right now is the Douglas Trojans. They're 3-0 going into this game and feeling pretty good, feeling pretty confident about this game tonight. But you've got to respect your opponent, and you've got to be able to execute the game plan. And they've prepared really hard this week for practice. Coach Turner talked about that huge victory they had over Millwood in the Soul Bowl. They need to keep that momentum going. How do they do that? Keys to victory for the Douglas Trojans.
Well, I really love what Coach Turner said. Limit the mental mistakes. Lock in, play your one play, every single play. Don't lose focus. Don't worry about the next play or the next quarter. Worry about what's in front of you every single snap of the game. Be disciplined, and you're going to have a really good chance to win this football game.
Yeah, we're going to get kickoff started here momentarily. And we've got a good crowd here at Moses F. Miller. I know you probably can't see it. You're viewing the Bridge Creek side on the other side. They are the visiting team, but trust and believe, and you can probably hear the background noise. That would be the Douglas Marching Band. They're extremely talented and extremely heartfelt and love to perform for their fans, and they do a great job supporting these guys. And I know it's almost like they flip a switch when you're the football team and you hear the band in the background. You're running out on the field. You hear the roar of the crowd. It's just something you can't describe, and it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out. I have no clue, but we will find out. Bridge Creek is they're off to not a great start, right? Like they're 0-3 going into this game, but they had some really tough opponents to start the season, and the plan is, okay, let's go through the grinder at the beginning, and it's going to make us a better team.
Right.
And so tonight we're going to see just how good they are, because another good team they're playing is Douglas.
This
right?
is true.
So we'll see how this thing plays out. And Coach Larry Spangler is the head coach of the Bridge Creek Bobcats. I'm a big fan of his. I have a lot of respect for him and his program. He's got some younger players on this team, and they're going to give it their best shot. They're going to compete like they always have under Coach Spang. Allowing us to put a spotlight on these kids, and they put a lot into this, and they care a lot about it, right? Like they're going to come back and watch the broadcast after the game, and It's going to create memories for the rest of their life, so we appreciate that. And the game has started, and Bridge Creek is going to pick it at the 5, take it to the 20, and on the far left side, the 25, and we'll see where he gets brought down at. I'm not sure where they're going to spot the football to start this game, but we will see it get darker. The sun is starting to go down. It'll cool off a little bit.
Looks like they're going to start about the 25-yard line, the Bridge Creek. That was number 1, Lathan McKnight on the kickoff return. Pretty good field position to get this first drive going. We'll see what this Trojan defense can bring to the table.
And Shaddix Swires is the quarterback for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They're going to fake the handoff. He's going to take it upfield. I think that's Shaddix, isn't it?
It's number 12.
Okay, never mind. That was Dresden Priddy. Priddy. He's going to be the start quarterback for Bridge Creek. It will be second down, and looks to be 6 right there, 4-yard gain for Bridge Creek.
Now it's number 13 in a quarterback, Keaton Morrow. He's the quarterback for Bridge Creek.
Okay,
I think it was a direct snap to the running back, the first play scrimmage. Now it's second and about 6.
All right, ball is snapped. They're going to hand off to the running back right up the middle. He's going to approach the first down marker. He's just shy of that. It's going to be 3rd down and short. I think it's going to be 3rd and 2 here. Let's see where they spot the football at exactly. Okay, the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Bridge Creek.
Big third down play for both teams right here. Douglas would like to get off the field. Bridge Creek would love to keep that offense on.
Lined up, quarterback under center I formation. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and he got the first down plus some more. He's still on his feet and somehow got it. 35, 30, 20, and he's brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. How he got through that first line of defense is amazing to me. He was just trying to get the 1 yard for the first down, and it turned into a 35-yard run plus.
Wow, what a huge and crucial third down conversion by the quarterback, Keaton Morrow. If it's not for the speed of Zamarius Ziegler, he's walking into the end zone. Touchdown-saving tackle by Ziegler there. It's going to be first and 10,
incredible.
Deep in Trojan territory for the Bobcats now.
Shotgun formation, 4 receivers split, 3 to the right side. Ball is handed off. Nope, he's going to keep it now. He's going to throw it over the middle for a touchdown pass. Right? That is a touchdown pass for Bridge Creek.
It's going to be a touchdown to number 2, Logan Phillips, the big body tight end for Bridge Creek. It looked like Morrow might take off and run with it, but he found his tight end in the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. Bridge Creek strikes first.
Found that tight end wide open at the middle. It looked like Morrow was going to take off. Keaton Morrow of Bridge Creek's going to stay on and be the extra point kick holder. Gets the snap. Here is the kick, and it is no good. So Bridge Creek is going to score the touchdown but misses the extra point, and that's where we're at. 10 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first quarter. I got to be honest, I did not expect that series to start out that way with a bang, and it certainly helped the Bridge Creek Bobcats, who, like I said, are 0-3 going into this game, but are desperate for a victory here today, and they've proved that on the first drive and marched down there and score.
Yeah, looked really hungry on that first drive. First and second down, it was smash mouth football, and then it's all because of that 3rd and 1 play right up the gut, and big props to that offensive line. They had an unreal push, and somehow, some way, Keaton Morrow keeps his legs pumping and breaks through, almost scores, and then the next play finds his tight end, number 2, Logan Phillips, for a tutty.
All right, the Douglas Trojans are going to put their kick return team back out onto the field, and they'll have their opportunity to at least tie this game and possibly even take the lead if they can score and knock down the extra point.
Yep, number 6 is back deep to receive the kickoff. Adarius Tubbs, the senior.
Yeah, he's really fleet of foot. He had some really good returns in the Soul Bowl against Millwood. He's somebody you got to look out for. And then, of course, we've got an onside?
Surprise onside. Douglas is going to fall right on top of it and have prime real estate to start their first series on offense.
Goodness gracious. Well, Bridge Creek is pulling out all the rabbits out of the hat here.
It's like they really want to win the football game tonight.
Yeah,
but now
that's
it's Douglas'
exactly right.
turn to try to tie this up or take the lead.
All right, sophomore Cash Sanders, number 18, is the quarterback that they've really started to believe in. He's put in so much work, this young man, as far as what it takes to be a quarterback, right? In analyzing defenses, and you're going to touch the ball each and every time. So he's somebody they have a lot of trust in. And then, of course, number 4, Zamarius Ziegler, who is fireworks. This guy can blow up any moment. They're going to hand it to Ziegler on the left side. He's trying to find it to the outside, gets to the 50, 45, and is pushed out. A nice 11-yard gain on the outside for Zamarius Ziegler, and that is a Douglas Trojan first down and 10. And that's a theme. If you can't keep contain, Douglas will make you pay for it on the outside.
Yeah, no doubt
with
about it.
With the speed that they've got with Ziegler, and not just Ziegler, it's other players too. So we'll see how they continue to utilize him, but he's going to touch the football quite a bit. And they're in I formation right now, and it looks like Cash Sanders is going to be under center. You've got fullback in the game, Cadis Vick, and he's going to get the snap and hands off to Cadis Vick. Fullback trap right up the middle for about 2 yards. And you could see that those Bridge Creek defenders were trying to hold on
Yeah.
with all of his arms, and if he's able to break away, he can take off as well. So Cadis Vick is a really good athlete, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 situation here at Moses F. Miller. Douglas is trying to get into the red zone to eventually score and tie this football game up, if not take the lead. All right, back to pistol formation. Got some substitutions here, and Cadis Vick is moving to the left side, and there's some communicating, and they might have to take a timeout here, and that seems to be the case. And you know what? We're going to take a timeout here and come right back to the game. So stick with us. You're watching and listening to the Friday Night Game of the Week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and Oklahoma City Community College here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live to PPBC TV. We'll be right back. Back here, 2nd and 9. Ball gets his snap to Cadis Vick on the left side. He gets some positive yards. There is a flag in the backfield. It looks to be a possible holding play here.
More times than not, when they throw the flag behind the play, it's going to be a hold, which is unfortunate. It's tough to make those reach blocks, man, and if you don't get your hands inside and the referee sees any type of tug, he's going to throw the flag every single time, and I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So that 2nd and 9 just turned into 2nd and 19, and that's not the ideal situation you want to be in right now to start this game. Down 6-0. But one thing I have noticed watching this Douglas Trojan football team is they have some very explosive players on this team. They will get chunk yardage. They will, bust loose and take it 60 to the house. You know what I mean? We've
for
seen
sure.
quite
Speed
a bit
kills,
of that.
man. Ziegler is a really, really electric player. If they can get the ball in his hands and in the open space, he'll do the rest.
All right, 4 receivers split, 2 on each side. You've got one running back in the backfield. It is Zamarius Ziegler. Cash Sanders is the quarterback. Sanders gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw, has to step up, runs right. He's going to take off. He gets to the original first down and some more, and he's going to be brought out of bounds short of the first down marker. He needed 19. He probably got 15.
Yeah, really nice run. He didn't see anything open downfield, and then shows off the speed with his legs on the quarterback run. That's Cash Sanders, the sophomore QB. Nice chunk play to make it 3rd and way more manageable.
And what they've really liked about his development is just simply the decisions that he makes. He knows when to give up in the pocket and take off, but he also wants to let the play out, sit back, and if he has an open receiver, he'll find him. Ball is snapped. He's going to hand off to Ziegler. Cuts back right and is trying to get through some tackles. Cannot. And I think that's going to be tackled for about a yard loss. He was approaching the original line of scrimmage. We'll see where they mark that football, but it is going to be about 4th and 6 here.
Yeah, tried to find the cutback lane, but number 11, Foley for Bridge Creek, stayed disciplined, made a tackle to make it 4th down for Douglas. And the offense is still on the field. I think they're going to go for it, Swick.
4th and 7. I mean, they've been successful throughout this season on 4th down. They're not blinking an eye. Damon Turner believes in these guys. They got to go out here and prove it on this play to keep this drive alive. Shotgun formation, jumbo package. He hands off to 6 on the right side, and he's going to be blasted at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the Douglas Trojans. Bridge Creek is going to get another opportunity to put some points on the board. Their offense is back out onto the field. So
tried the jet sweep. The blocking was not there, unfortunately, so it is now Bridge Creek Bobcats football.
Yeah, not the best start for these Douglas Trojan football players, but Knowing Coach Turner and this coaching staff the way I do, they will make the right adjustments, and they're going to compete all night. It is still very, very, very early in this football game. All right, shotgun formation for Bridge Creek. 4 receivers split, 2 on each side, 1 in motion. Ball is snapped. They're going to end around and a fake in the round, and the quarterback's going to take off for an 11-yard gain and a first down by Bridge Creek. I fell for the fake, Dylan. I thought he was going to give it to that slot receiver on the end around. He kept it and went forward 11 yards.
Yeah, they did a great job on selling that fake, and the quarterback just takes it right up the A-gap. Nice gain on the play by 13, Keaton Morrow. He is showing off what he can do with his legs early on.
All right, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They've got a 6-0 lead already in this game, and they're trying to increase their lead. Trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back in the backfield. And maybe a delay a game here? Nope. There's a penalty of some kind. We saw yellow flags being thrown around. And it's going to be on Bridge Creek.
That is definitely a gift for that Douglas Trojans defense. They will take it. And now they can be a lot more aggressive with their defensive play call.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. Back in shotgun formation, 4 receivers split, 3 to the right. Ball is snapped, hands off, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, incomplete. Tried to find number 2, Logan Phillips, over the middle. He's making me miss on the fakes. He's faked me out.
Yeah, that was a nice
3 times so far tonight.
RPO play, run pass option. He pulls it, tries to find his tight end over the middle again, but ends up hitting the grass, and incomplete pass to make it 2nd down and 15.
Third and 15.
Okay.
No, it is 2nd down and 15. Okay, I'm looking at the scoreboard.
Yep, 2 different things. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, well, this is not exactly the way I anticipated this game to start, but here we are. Trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun. Morrow gets the snap, drops the ball, picks it back up, and he is sacked quickly in the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd and 20 plus. And here comes those defensive ends from Douglas sprinting on the left side. It's almost like shark smells blood in the water. When the football hits the ground, they're there.
Yeah, they swarmed on it. That was a great play, heads-up play by Douglas. They see the fumble, and they get there in a hurry to make the big-time loss.
3rd and a mile for Bridge Creek, 3rd and 21. Trip receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ball is snapped. Morrow runs left. Gets trying to get past another player. Gets some positive yardage, but there is a flag on the play.
Might be a horse collar tackle.
Well, it could be a face mask too. Let's see what call it is. That's just not in. You've got a winnable situation, 3rd and a mile.
Yeah.
And you cannot commit penalties like that. It is a horse collar.
That's what I thought.
And they're going to.
That's a killer right there for that
and it
Trojans
is a
defense.
3rd and 21, and it turns into an automatic first down. The horse collar penalty is not ideal.
Yeah, penalties in general can really change the game. You had them back deep, and just a mental mistake like Coach Turner talked about. You got to limit those, but it's okay. It's still a lot of football left. It's now 1st and 10 Bridge Creek.
From the 39-yard line, Bridge Creek gets the snap, kind of runs right, and is he looking to throw it, or is he going to keep it? He does throw it, has a man open, he can't get him, and there's a flag in the backfield, and I think that's going to be a holding call on Bridge Creek, so they're going to back it up 10 yards.
Yeah, he tried to roll out, and I think his offensive tackle, it's going to be a holding call. It's coming all the way back, so this one in favor of Douglas.
It would have came back regardless of anything, but if the quarterback had just held on just a split second more.
His man was wide open.
He
had the DBs beat.
Right. So that's something that Douglas is really going to have to adjust. And we've seen them kind of have some busted coverage situations so far in this game. So we'll see how this plays out. But now It's been all over the place here today.
It has.
First and 20.
Entertaining start, to say the least.
First and 20 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. And you can see the Douglas Trojans with their hand in the dirt, ready to rush a pass. Their ball is snapped. He's going to run up the middle, spins, and is brought down. That was a solid 10-yard rush by the quarterback, Keaton Morrow, who's a senior on this team and is able to get some positive yards. So now it's looking like, okay, that's a 9-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats, who are desperate for a victory. You knew they were going to bring everything that they had tonight. 4 receivers split, 2 on each side, 1 running back to the right of Morrow. Morrow gets a snap, looks to throw, does, completes it, 35, and he's going to be brought down right around the 32. That's close to the first down marker. I don't think he got it.
He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short. That's the running back coming out of the backfield. They find him. That's Hunter Eberhardt on the reception to make it 3rd and short for Bridge Creek.
All right, 3rd down and 3 officially. 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in this first quarter. Bridge Creek has had the ball the majority of this first quarter. Douglas has only had 1 possession offensively, and they had to turn it over on downs. But 3 receivers far left to the wide side of the field. Ball is snapped. He's going to throw it on a slant. It's caught. It is a first down for Bridge Creek. They got about a 5-6 yard gain on that play, but they only really needed 3 to get the first down. So that's a brand new series now for the Bobcats at Bridge Creek, and they're approaching the red zone.
Yep, found his big body tight end on the quick slant, just threw it up to him, and he showed his elevation on that play, the reception. It's good for 1st and 10. Here's the Bobcats.
1st and 10 from the Douglas 28 here. 6-0 lead for Bridge Creek, and they're going to get the snap, hands off to the running back.
Fumble on the play. I think the Douglas Trojans are going to get it.
Oh, it's Cadis Vick. Coach Turner talked about him before the game and how he is the heart and soul of this football team. And he comes up with a big play and gets the first turnover of the game at a very important time where Bridge Creek is moving down the field. They're making progress.
Making plays, keeping the chains moving, and boom, like that. Didn't have a clean exchange on the handoff, and Cadis Vick was right there to jump on the football. Now we'll see if they can capitalize on that turnover.
Really, really clutch play by the sophomore running back / defensive end. Douglas offense is out onto the field. You got 1 man in motion. They're going to hand it off on the end around on the right side. Has some more room to run. Can he make 1 more man miss? He can't. If he could have shaken that last defender, then number 6, Darius Tubbs, is about to make a house call with the football.
Yeah, they like his speed. They hit him on that jet sweep. 2nd time they've ran that play tonight. This time a nice chunk, about a 9-yard gain on that play for the Trojan offense.
And I don't think it's any secret. I mean, Douglas tries to attack those edges and get open in space and let the speed take over. Here's the snap. Sanders gives it to Vick up the middle. He gets the first down, and you can tell he is fighting tooth and nail to get those extra yards.
Yards after contact for number 2, Vick, showing off that he's been in the weight room in the offseason, specifically the squat rack. Oh, my gosh, his legs just kept moving. There was multiple Bobcats trying to bring him down.
And trust me, if you talk with Cadis Vick off the field, he's the nicest kid you'll ever meet.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for.
You bet. When he hits the field, he's a different person, and you can see why. He plays mad. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 42. They're in Bridge Creek territory. Twin receivers left. They're going to hand off to Vick again up the middle. He's trying to get through those Bridge Creek Bobcats, and he fights tooth and nail for 10 yards. And he said, give me 1 more. 11-yard gain for Cadis Vick. They're having trouble bringing him down.
Yes, they
He's
are.
So aggressive.
So strong, breaking tackles left and right. Just
and motivated.
Man. Yeah, he wants it. You can tell he's starving down there.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2nd and 1, another tough run up the gut.
I love his running style. He's just so aggressive. He's kind of a beast mode running
Wants to
back.
run through you,
Wants
not
to
around
run
you.
through your face mask.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
it.
All right, let's see where they line up here. We've got, let's see, pistol formation, one man in motion. Gets the snap, hands off to Ziegler on the left side. He's off. 30, 25, 20. Pushed out of bounds. Now, there is a flag in the backfield. I think it's coming back, unfortunately.
Oh, man, he had a lot of space. Looked like it was going to be a really good play, but it may be coming back. Mentioned it earlier, trying to get those reach blocks out on the edge is tough. You got to watch your hands. The referees are right there to see it.
Yeah. Let's see if yep, just as I expected. We've got a holding penalty on the Douglas Trojans, so that's going to make it second and – well, let's see what they do here, where they spot this football.
Should be about
it's definitely a holding.
2nd and 10, 2nd and 11.
Yeah.
There's a reason he had a lot of green in front of him on that play.
All right, here we go. Bless you, Brendan.
Bless you, Brendan.
Our producer is sneezing back here.
Keep it down over there, sir.
All right. Receiver on each side, one each back. Ziegler in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Cash Sanders trying to step up and get some positive yards, and I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it should be a 3rd down and 11. I mean, but you're seeing these penalties just really catch up with you.
Yeah.
They had a great thing going. You know,
Tamirius
was hitting on the outside. You were about to see another 1st down, and now you're looking at a 3rd down and 10 situation for the Douglas Trojans, who were down by 6.
Big 3rd down right here for this Trojans offense. We'll see what Cash can do.
All right, they're going to move Tubbs on the right side. Twins to both sides. Ziegler in the backfield. Cash Sanders gets the snap. He's got time. He's looking for a receiver. Can't seem. Gets through one. Gets through another. Now he's running for his life and trying to get these Bobcats off of him. And eventually, did he pass it? Did he complete it? I think he did.
My goodness.
I didn't know if he was out of bounds or not, but he had the wherewithal to throw a pass to Darius Tubbs and gets it complete.
That is pure grit and pure determination by the sophomore quarterback, Cash Sanders. He was breaking so many tackles. I don't know how he kept the play alive, and then finds his man down the field to make it 1st down and 10 for the Trojans.
What a play by the quarterback.
Insane play right there. That's backyard football, man. Goodness gracious.
No doubt. That's called, hey, I know that guy. He knows what I'm thinking, and we don't even have to speak.
Right.
I'm just going to give him the football. Here's the snap again. They're going to give it to Vic up the middle, who got some positive yards. Strong runner in between the tackles. Very motivated young man. And you're right. He has been working in the weight room. And
you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. He's running hard, and he's running with a lot of strength in those legs. They're testing him on the interior. A nice little 3-yard play by Vic.
2nd 7. We're almost to the end of the 1st quarter here, live from Moses F. Miller Stadium. Jumbo package double tight. Got one H-back back there, too, and they're going to hand off to Ziegler on the right side. He's looking for a room to run and does. And he came really close to breaking free on the right side. He's going to be really close to that 1st down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. I think it's going to be a little short by a yard, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Our score is Bridge Creek 6, Douglas Trojans 0. So expect the unexpected here coming up in the 2nd quarter. You're in tune to the Friday night game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless and SSM Health and OCCC here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
good time, the sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you
All right, we are back. Second quarter action starting right now. It's 3rd and 1. And we've got a quick timeout on the Bridge Creek side. We're going to stay right here because we just got back from the end of the first quarter, going into the second quarter. I am Jay Swick, got Dylan Tribble to my right. And it has been an interesting start. We've seen some really good plays, but we've also seen penalties play a negative part into why Douglas has 0 points on the scoreboard, but they're on a pretty good drive right now. They're making headway. They're moving up the field. And stay tuned to find out if they can get into the end zone and tie this game up and possibly even take the lead off a 2-point conversion or an extra point. But they got to score first, Dylan.
Yeah, first and foremost, they got to get this first down. It's 3rd and short. This is a really crucial third down for the Trojan offense. Even if they don't get the first on third, I have a feeling that Coach Turner is going for it on 4th down because it means that much. He knows that this is a really good opportunity to score. They're deep in the Bobcats territory, so the offensive line got to stay on your blocks, create a running lane for either Vic or Ziegler.
This is a play for Cadis Vic. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen right now. It's a fullback trap. All right, they're going to give it to Vic right here up the middle. Sanders under center. Gets the snap. Gives it to Ziegler on the right side. He gets the first down, at least close to it. Did they get it?
I don't think he did, man. I don't think he's going to be short of the first. So I would assume the offense is going to stay on the field.
I just assumed it would be Cadis Vic, fullback trap right up the gut, right into the face mask of that nose tackle.
Gained about a yard, so it's going to be 4th and inches. This is a big play for Douglas right here, right now.
You've got to get this first down to continue this drive. You're already deep into Bobcat territory. Take advantage of it. I formation. Sanders under center. Gets the snap. Quarterback sneak. Kind of a tush situation. Are they going to give him? Because he got hit, but he may have gotten some forward progress.
Maybe, depending on the spot from the referee. It's close. It's really close. I haven't seen a signal yet for
I haven't
first down.
seen any offense or defense run off the field yet. And they may have to bring out the chain gang to get an official measurement.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to end up doing here. Close call.
Yeah.
Quarterback sneak, like you said, dude, I'm really shocked that they just didn't hand that ball off to number 2 and let him power through.
All right, let's see where the measurement is. I can't see. This is 50-50 here. The chain gang is on the far side of the field. And let's see what happens. Tense moment here at Moses F. Miller. And
it's so close, they still haven't signaled. Oh, my gosh. Oh, they're calling them short.
Oh, goodness. Bridge Creek's going to take over.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's a gut punch to Douglas right now. They had a good thing going. Got stopped on third. And
I just think in that moment you hand it off to Cadis Vic right up the middle.
I agree.
He's running angry.
Yep.
He's going to use his thick thighs to just churn and get positive yards.
I agree.
He hasn't been hit in the backfield for a loss yet. So maybe that's something you look at going forward, but your defense has to stay strong here. All right, 6-0. Bridge Creek makes a big stop on defense, gets the ball back, shotgun formation. Morrow drops back, looks to throw a slant. Ball is up in the air, but nobody's there. And it went off the hands of a wide receiver on a slant right, incomplete. That will stop the clock at 11:04. 2nd and 10 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. We're really trying to, attack this Douglas team through the air.
Yeah, They are. Both really, running and passing. Very versatile offense here from Bridge Creek. We'll see what they do on 2nd and 10.
All right, Keaton Morrow is the quarterback. Twin receivers to both sides. One running back. Gets the snap. Loose
Another
football.
fumble.
It's a dog pile. Who's coming up with it? I think Bridge Creek is going to retain possession.
Yeah,
they
I
got
think
to it
so.
before any Trojans could, and you've got a Trojan out there that's kind of walking off an ankle injury. Tough young man. That's number 10, Jeremiah Thomas.
Bridge Creek is really struggling early on with ball security. They have put the ball on the grass multiple times.
But
They got
Douglas
really
hasn't
lucky.
made them pay for it yet.
They have not. Yeah, didn't capitalize on the first turnover.
All right, bunch set to the left side, 3 receivers, 1 to the wide side. Ball is snapped. Morrow's looking to throw and has a man open, and he caught it at the 50, 40, 30, 20, taking it to the house. That was a huge 64-yard pass completion for a touchdown for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They now take a 2-possession lead. What a throw by Morrow.
Yep.
Dropped it right in his breadbasket
Sure
in
did.
stride. Never slowed down or sped up in one bit. He was just one speed on the same page. And he beat that corner and was gone. So
Yep.
now we've got a 12-0 score here for Bridge Creek.
Just a simple go route by number 1, Lathan McKnight. Great throw, great catch, and it was nothing but green grass in front of him. Big-time touchdown by Bridge Creek right there.
Unbelievable play.
Yeah, great
And
play
they're
call.
going for 2 because they missed the extra point on their first touchdown, and they're going to try and even things up a little bit at 14, but they got to get in. Ball is snapped. He drops back, looks right, throws, catches, no good. Went for the catch, was unable to bring it in, and so it's going to remain a 12-0 game. The Bridge Creek Bobcats are up, and it's going to be back to Douglas and totally up to them to cut the deficit a little bit. They've had some opportunities. Are you shocked by this?
Yeah, I'm definitely shocked because, like you said, they've had the opportunities. They've done some really good things offensively, but they just have not been able to finish a drive in the end zone. It's they had 2 fourth-down plays, didn't convert on either one, and that's really the story of the Douglas offense because they've done some great things, got down the field, just could not finish the drive in the painted area, which is unfortunate. So the score is 12-0. Bridge Creek Bobcats are on top of the Douglas Trojans here at Moses F. Miller Stadium.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a shock, and I think some missed opportunities, but this is fixable. And
Long game.
Absolutely. And Coach Turner knows this team like the back of his hand. He's going to have these guys ready to play. They may need to make some adjustments, and we've got some substitution issues here right quick. They're going to get that straightened out. Here we go. And you know, are they going to go for an onside here one more time? This is kind of the question here.
Yeah, Douglas doesn't have anybody back deep, really. They got 3 guys standing at the 25-yard line preparing for any situation on this kickoff.
All right, and there is the deep onside right there, and it's caught at the 40. And he's going to bring it out to the 44. Golly, tough tackling over there on the far left side.
Yep, getting a little chippy down there.
4A football, put some respect on this class. You know what I'm saying? I grew up a 4A football player and won a state championship in this class, and there's some heavy hitters here, man. There's some good football players that you got to put a spotlight on, and Bridge Creek off to a hot start, and here comes the Douglas Trojans. They're going to answer in some capacity. Is it going to be a big enough answer? We'll find out here momentarily. So stick with us. Still in second quarter, 10 minutes, 5 seconds. Trojans will have the football. Pistol formation, 1 H-back, 1 receiver on the left side. They're going to have to Ziegler. He's trying to outrun him on the right side. Gets to the 40, 35, 50. Is he still in bounds? I think he got it enough for the first down before he's –
Yeah, he tippy-toed that sideline, but he got enough for the first down. big-time play by a big-time player, Zamarius Ziegler, showing off his speed once again
and
on the
he's
outside.
got a lot of speed, as you just saw, and that's something that you better be in shape if you're going to play the Douglas Trojans, because that's a play they're going to run quite a bit. And in the second half, you may be pretty tired from chasing after Ziegler. All right, pistol formation, and there's a flag on the play.
Yep, flag before the snap.
12 people on the field.
On Douglas. Another penalty, man. Another penalty. Got to lock in. Self-inflicting wounds are the worst thing.
Jeez, that's unfortunate. Golly. At least it's a first down, because you know they had that situation on fourth and one. Yeah, we won't need to relive it. All right, here we go. Pistol formation, double tight, receiver on each side, one H-back. Cash Sanders is your quarterback. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw, and does. Overthrows his receiver on the left side. I think he was trying to hit Cadis Vick.
Yep, trying to hit Vick. Overthrew him. Vick couldn't extend quite enough, and he couldn't get his body around. It would have been a tough catch to make. So now it's going to be 2nd and 15. Got to try to get some sort of yardage to make it 3rd and manageable here.
Right. Yeah. You've got to set yourself up for success here and get some positive yards. All right, they're in the shotgun formation. Running back on the right and left side of Cash Sanders. Twins to the left. He hands off to Vick. Burst up the field, and he's tough to bring down. He is brought down, and it might be, a 3rd and 11?
Yeah, about
12?
a 4-yard run up the gut by Vick. We've seen him do that a lot. Couldn't break the tackle to get more yards, but nonetheless, tough run by him to make it 3rd and 11. We'll see what they do on this play. Might be 4-down territory once again for Douglas.
Douglas needs a big play right here. And I've seen them play better. So they've got to do a little bit better of execution. Drops back. Cash Sanders steps up, and he's trying to get rid of he can't. He's going to end up being sacked and thrown down hard on the sideline, and it's going to be a 4th and long situation. And that is unfortunate. And that was borderline, roughing the passer with the way he was brought down.
Yeah, unnecessary roughness.
And that was right in front of the referee. So
right. It was 52, Jacob Johnston on the sack. A little extra something at the end of that sack. Could have possibly been a flag, but now it's the punt team on the field for Douglas.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt the football. That's the right move. They've just got to figure out how to play better defense here.
Number
Had
one.
some missed opportunities on offense, and there is the punt, and it's going to be a good one. And he's going to fair catch it right around the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bridge Creek. And we'll see how the Bridge Creek Bobcats go about this possession. They've stretched the field.
They've
with
done
the
it on the
passing
ground
yards
and in the air.
Yeah.
Last touchdown.
They've just executed their offensive game plan a little bit better than the Douglas Trojans. You've got a lot of two-way players on this Trojan football team that plays offense and defense. And they're going to blitz a linebacker right up the middle, and he's going to get him. Keaton Morrow's going to go down with the sack. Who was it?
That was number 44 on the tackle, Corday Griffin, the junior defensive player for the Trojans. Big-time play right there to make it about a 2-yard loss.
Really good play that should boost this confidence of this defensive team. I think, with the amount of speed that the Trojans have, you've got to be able to make it difficult for Bridge Creek, in whether that's attack the quarterback in some capacity, and they did a great job right there. 2nd down and 12. Bridge Creek gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw, and does. Overthrows his receiver. He was looking for Jake Gherkin, a junior receiver for the Bobcats, and it will bring up 3rd and long. But One thing that really benefited Douglas on there is just the incomplete pass stops the clock.
Right.
There's 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the second quarter. You want to get the ball back and cut this deficit.
No doubt about it. At least want to get one tutty on the board before halftime. We'll see if they can get off the field here. A big 3rd and long for this Trojan defense.
All right, here we go. Twin receivers on each side, one running back. Morrow gets the snaps, drop back. He's looking to throw and does. And, almost completed it to Lathan McKnight. And I thought that free safety for Douglas was going to light him up.
Yeah, I think he heard footsteps, which led to the incomplete on the play. Going to be a punt situation for Bridge Creek. Back deep to return. Looks like lightning in a bottle. Number 4 is Amarius Ziegler. We'll see if he can do something special on this special teams play.
If Bridge Creek was smart, they would not punt him that football. I'm telling you.
Another flag before the snap. Don't know who it's going to be on. It's going to be on Bridge Creek, so they're going even further back on this punt.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, Zamarius Ziegler has Deion Sanders-type return talent. Like, he is dangerous in open space. And if he finds a crease, he's going to run right through it, and you're not going to know what hit you. So this should be a very interesting return if they do, in fact, punt him the football. And that looks like that's what they're doing. Now he's going to fair catch it. And he's going to muff it and luckily jump on it. So Douglas will retain possession here. But they are in Bridge Creek territory. Almost where they were when they lost. They had the turnover on downs.
Yep,
so
now's
first
the time.
and 10 here.
Feels like a must-score drive right here for Douglas. Got to get something going before halftime. They would love to finish the series in the end zone.
Right. They really need to get some points on the board.
You got so many good players out there. Just got to utilize them, and most importantly, limit the penalties.
All right, Cash Sanders in shotgun formation, running back on each side. Tight end on the left side. Twins, receivers to the right. Here's the snap, hands off. No, fakes the handoff, and he's going to throw. Hits Vic on the right side, gets up to the 30, 25, and he's going to be brought down right around the 24-yard line.
I like that play.
And that's
that
a
was
first
Vic.
down and 10 for the Douglas Trojans.
Yeah, Vic just coming out of the backfield on a flare route. You get him in open space. Let him use his power to get those chains moving. 1st and 10, Douglas Trojans.
They ran that same play against Millwood 2 weeks ago, and he took it to the house. All right, Cash Sanders overlooking the defense. And receivers on each side. Double tight, 2 tight ends. Ball is snapped, hands off to Ziegler, trying to find a room to run. And did he lose the ball? Did he lose the ball? There is a flag on the play. I couldn't tell. It kind of looked like he dropped the ball for a second. They're going to wave off the flag.
If he did drop it, it's still Douglas football. I think he got back on it to avoid chaos.
Ooh.
That would have been really, really bad.
Well, credit these Bridge Creek Bobcats. You know, they're obviously trying to make the tackle, but they're trying to take it a step further by ripping that ball out. They know that's something that they're trying to do is get the football back, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, everybody wants to win the turnover battle. That ups your percentage to win the game.
All right,
sure.
Twin receivers on each side. One running back, pistol formation for Sanders. Gets the snap, drops back, and they're going to call the play dead. I'm not sure what happened.
We got a flag on the near side of the field.
False start on Douglas. Goodness.
Just mentioned it. You got to limit the penalties. It's another step back, unfortunately, to make it 2nd and about 14 for Douglas.
Yeah, 2nd and 14 for the Trojans. Time is on their side right now, and you know they're down 2 touchdowns.
Ideally, they'd like to score with not much time left on the clock.
Right. Again, same formation, twin receivers on each side, one running back. Cash Sanders gets the snap, drops back, trying to avoid the rush, and gets through one player but can't get through the other. Bridge Creek is bringing everybody, and they were successful. Got a huge quarterback sack. That's Caden Halter who made the quarterback sack, and now it's going to be 3rd down and a mile for these Douglas Trojans.
Yeah, it feels like a must-pass situation now due to that sack. The Bridge Creek D-line won the battle that play and came up with a big-time loss. So now Douglas is in a real tough situation offensively.
All right, here we go.
See what Cash
Twin
has
receivers. Ball is snapped, and he's looking. Steps up in the pocket. Is he going to go? He is. He's going to try and fake out. Gets to the 30. Still on his feet. Down to the 20. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's not enough for the first down, but it will be a much closer 4th down situation here for
Nice pickup on that quarterback scramble. Really made something out of
Cash
nothing.
Sanders, you know, and it's hard to tell where the sideline is from here, especially because it's in front of the Douglas players on the sideline, and you're like, did he run out of bounds or is he still in?
Yeah, it's 4th and 5.
4th and 5. That was a huge play by Cash Sanders. We'll see if he can keep the drive alive, but he's got to get 5 here. Ball is snapped, fakes the handoff, runs left, trying to make a move, throws incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Douglas Trojans.
It's another 4th down that they did not convert on. They're 0 for on their 4th down attempts.
Is it 3 of them?
Yeah, that's 3 4th downs. It's been a killer, an Achilles heel for this Trojan offense. Now they're coming off, and this definitely is a good sign. QB1, Cash Sanders, is coming off the field limping pretty hard. Looks like he got banged up on that quarterback scramble, so now it's the Bobcats offense on the field.
Yeah, I think he's a little frustrated. And
Timeout.
He's going to walk it off from the looks of it.
They need him.
Okay.
They need him.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, too. We'll be right back. It's Friday night high school game of the week, brought to you by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and Oklahoma City Community College here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live to PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between 2 buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
Okay, we are back. Second quarter action. 4 minutes, 29 seconds until halftime. The score is 12-0. Bridge Creek Bobcats with the lead and in the football. And they run up to center. They're going to quarterback sneak it and get some positive yards, probably 3 or 4 right there, maybe closer to 3. Keaton Morrow is the quarterback.
He's a big kid, big, strong kid playing quarterback. They like his athleticism. Broke off a really big run in the first quarter on that same play.
And Douglas defense has been a victim of the big play tonight. They for the most part, they played good defense in the first half, but they got burnt on a 65-yard pass, and then at the very beginning of the game, they had a massive run by Bridge Creek. They're going to blitz up the middle and somehow misses that, but then he's brought down. A really good tackle for the Douglas Trojans, number 12, Isaiah Traylor. And the clock is not on the Trojan side right now. You'd love to see them get a stop and get the ball back and be able to cut this deficit in half.
Turnover would be really nice for this Trojans defense.
Right, but you've got to stay strong here. You've got to stay strong. Quarterback under center, Morrow, I formation. He's going to quarterback sneak it again for little to no yards.
Yeah, don't really understand that play on first down. So wasn't much going on other than a big tackle by that Douglas D line to make it 2nd and 9.
All right. I mean, it just from the looks of it, based on these past two plays, it's almost like they're trying to just run the clock out and get to halftime.
I think that's exactly right. Yep, I think that's exactly what they're doing. Maybe try a deep ball or two before the half.
Trojans have 2 timeouts, but they'd like to use them on offense. Ball is snapped. Morrow throws over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. 40, 35, 30. Cuts back, is pushed out of bounds. Huge turnover by the Douglas Trojans. Just what the doctor ordered.
That's exactly what Douglas needed. Was a turnover. I just said it, and it was number 6, Adarius Tubbs, with the pick for the Douglas Trojans defense. Now the offense has to capitalize on the turnover. They got to try to get some points on the board before half.
That was a huge play by the free safety, Tubbs, and it was like he knew the ball was going to bounce up into the air and right into his arms.
Tip drill.
And then he took off downfield. So now the tide has turned a little bit. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Douglas Trojans. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Stay tuned for our halftime show, sponsored by Chuck Davis of State Farm. Shotgun formation, twin receivers to the right, 2 running backs. Ball is snapped. Sanders goes, throws to Vick on the right side, steps up, cuts in, is still on his feet, gets down to the 15. I think that's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Douglas Trojans. We'll see where they mark it. It could be 2nd and 1.
He's
a yard
short
shy
there, but
okay.
I love that play. I keep going to it. They've had nothing but positive things with that same exact play, hitting Vick out of the backfield on the pass to make it 2nd and short.
And reminder, Douglas does have 2 timeouts here. Twin receivers on each side. Sanders in the pistol formation. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, runs left, looking for a man, throws, and incomplete on the left side. That'll stop the clock at 1:48. Can't let this opportunity go by the wayside.
Nope. He was trying to find his receiver in the corner of the end zone. That was 13, Kennedy. Couldn't come up with the catch to make it 3rd and short. Definitely 4-down territory.
I would consider giving the football either to Zamiris Ziegler or Cadis Vick.
Yeah, that's the 2-headed monster right here for this Douglas offense.
And they're both lined up. Vick is in a fullback. Ziegler is the tailback. I formation. Nope, they're going to give it to Ziegler on the right side. Cuts in. Still on his feet. Has more positive yards. Has the 1st down. He's inside the 5.
Love that. 1st down and goal for Douglas. Got to manage the clock at the same time. You don't want to leave too much time on the clock if you score. Scoring is
from
first.
the 5. 1st and goal from the 5. Pistol formation, running back on each side, twins to the far left side. Waiting on the snap, gets it, hands off. Ziegler cuts in, cuts out, back inside. Short of the goal line, but we do have a late flag. And let's just see
on the back side of the play.
They saw something. Can you see the signal?
Yeah, I'm still waiting. They're having a meeting of the minds right now. Here comes the white hat.
Face mask.
Bridge
Creek.
I figured coming from the back side, I figured it was on the defense. So now it's going to be on the inch line for Douglas. They got to get this into the end zone.
Yep, that's exactly right. Now's the opportunity. It's 1st and goal from the 1.
Give it to the fullback.
Cadis Vick is the fullback. Sanders under center. Gets the snap. His quarterback sneak. He's going to get in there. Touchdown, Douglas Trojans. They're on the board. Cash Sanders worked his way up into the end zone to get the touchdown. It is now 6-12. Do they go with the extra point or do they go with the 2-point conversion? We've seen him kick the extra point. It's against Millwood.
I think they're going to go for 2. You got Cash talking to Coach Turner.
Yeah, they're definitely game planning right here live on the field. And
that quarterback sneak for a touchdown was successful due to the great blocking by that center, man. He won his battle.
This could be a huge edge if they convert, if they get into the end zone and get the 2 points. Ball is snapped, and it's quickly stopped.
We got a flag on the near
Possible.
side.
Possible false start. It is a false start. Jeez.
That's so tough.
So now do you kick the extra point, or do you continue to go
Depends
forward with
how-
the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, it depends on how confident you are in your kicker. I think they're going to still go for 2 here.
Yeah, the quarterback is not going to come off the field. Cash Sanders is getting under center, so now it's going to be what?
About the 7-yard line.
Yeah. Okay, ball is snapped. Sanders runs to the right, looks, throws, and incomplete. Does not get the 2-point conversion.
Bootleg play to the right, tries to find Vic, but just overthrows him a tad bit. So 2-point conversion, no good.
12-6. The Bridge Creek Bobcats have a 6-point lead on the Douglas Trojans, but Douglas defense came through in a big way, got the ball back for their offense. They were able to march down the field and score on the quarterback sneak to cut this deficit in half, and that is something that you can hang your hat on.
Oh,
Dylan.
for sure.
And
That's
it
something
is going to
positive
give
to
you
build off of.
motivation going into halftime, saying, hey, guys, we just need to get in this end zone. All right. And you get in the end zone one more time, you'll have an opportunity to take the lead, whether it be the extra point or the 2-point conversion. But Cash Sanders with the quarterback sneak, really good look. But, I mean, Douglas going into the second half, and we're going to talk more about this at the Chuck Davis State Farm halftime show. You've got to figure out a way to sustain drives. They were 0 for 3 on 4th down.
Yep.
And
4th down was
so
killing them.
You've got to be better at that going forward, and you've also got to figure out a way to kind of prevent the big play. Bridge Creek is testing these guys.
They are.
They're going for the big play early and often, and they've been successful twice. That last time that they went for the big play, Douglas made them pay and got
Tip-ball
the interception.
Yep.
So, minute 7 left until halftime. Again, stay tuned for our Chuck Davis State Farm halftime show. Life is unpredictable, but your insurance doesn't have to be. Chuck Davis, your local State Farm agent, protects what matters most with great coverage and great service. Call him today, 405-378-8008 for Chuck Davis at State Farm. Kind of a deep onside on the right side. Bridge Creek picks it up and then gets smoked. Who is that player, Dylan? No, is that number 19? I think that's Alante Russell.
Yep, that is number 19 with the big hit stick on kickoff. Alante Russell, the junior.
Beautiful
Douglas
form
Trojan.
tackle on that specific play.
Textbook
All right.
form tackle.
And this is another situation where time is not on Bridge Creek's side. So do they go for the big play again, or are they going to go into halftime with the lead?
The real question is, do they want to risk another turnover? They've
Right.
already turned it over twice.
That's the risk you have when you go for the big play.
We'll
They're in
see.
shotgun. They got 4 receivers split, 3 to the right and 1 to the left. 1 running back. Ball is snapped. He hands off to the running back up the middle and has some room to run. Now he bounces out left, gets to the 40, and is brought down right around the 42. Solid run by number 31, who had some running lanes. That's Keaton Sugg, a 9th grader.
Oh, wow.
Showed
He's a big 9th grader.
Some nice burst up the field.
Back up
They've
running
got
back.
3 timeouts. I would consider calling one right there, but they're going to run the play again. And he is hit in the backfield. Cadis Vick gets back there and says, denied. What a play by the sophomore defensive end for the Douglas Trojans.
Yeah.
He sniffed that out quick.
He was in the backfield right off the snap, won his matchup, and comes up with the big hit and a tackle for loss.
And there's no sense of urgency here from Bridge Creek. I think that they're going to let this clock run out, and we're going to go right into halftime. Well, never mind. They're going to run one more
Might
play.
run a Hail Mary. Who knows? Better get in that prevent defense.
Ball is snapped. Hands off to 31 on the right side. Has some room to run. Gets about 8. Now he's got 10. And he's brought down after an 11-yard gain. But that's going to be the end of the second quarter. Here is our score. The Bridge Creek Bobcats are up 12-6 right now on the Douglas Trojans. So there's a lot to break down, a lot to get into. We'll recap this first half and talk about adjustments going into the second half of this football game. But you're in tune to the Chuck Davis State Farm halftime show. We're going to take a 15-minute timeout, catch our breath, and come back and get this game underway right after we get done with our halftime show, sponsored by Chuck Davis at State Farm. So stick with us. You're in tune to OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
Oklahoma City. I'm Miles Perry. And do you know a student that would like to win a $10,000 scholarship? Yes, I said $10,000. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing Broadcasting are giving a graduating senior from a Oklahoma City Metro school the opportunity to win $10,000 by just registering online. Each month during the school year, a Love Student of the Month will be selected for registration, and for winning, they will qualify for Love Student of the Year and a $10,000 scholarship. Oh, you guys, to get it, you got to register at www.kvsp.com, and that is www.kvsp.com. Go get your $10,000.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oh yeah, that's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments, all stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jay Swick here. Now, I know a lot of you guys have hit me up wondering about Prize Picks, and I'm here to tell you it's the real deal. Utilize your sports knowledge and turn it into cash. Seriously, all you've got to do is download the Prize Picks app today and use my promo code SWIXPICKS. That's right, SWIXPICKS is the promo code. You get $50 in free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't want to miss out on that. Flex your sports knowledge and get cash for it. Do it today. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast without the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.
Give it up for them. Next time we're going to take it to the booth, New Orleans, chopper style. Y'all can do better than that. Give it up for them. All right, the next song, Mr. Fang, I want you to bring my little 5th grade trumpet player out to the front because this is his jam. Where is he? Come on out to the front. There you go. There you go. This is his jam. The next song is called Switches. Yeah. Future of the pride of the East Side Marching Band. Let's go. We got one more song. Before we got one more song, Your Pride of the Eastside Douglas Marching Band is heading to Dallas, Texas early in the morning to perform and compete at the State Fair Classic between PB and Grambling High School Ballad of Bands in Dallas. Y'all pray for us. If you want to give us a donation, we actually have a couple of tickets that we're selling to the Ballad of Bands in the morning. If you can't go, you just want to get a donation, see me. They're $10 each. Just come pray for us. If you can't come, and support us. We got one more song. Hey, let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and show these babies some love.
All right, we are back. Halftime show happening right now here live from Moses F. Miller Stadium. Of course, our halftime is brought to you by Chuck Davis at State Farm. Life is unpredictable, but your insurance doesn't have to be. Okay, Chuck Davis, your local State Farm agent, protects what matters most with great coverage and great service. Call him today, 405-378-8008 for State Farm agent Chuck Davis, who is our halftime sponsor here for this Friday night football broadcast. We've got a score of 12-6 here tonight. The Bridge Creek Bobcats have a touchdown lead, a 6-point lead over the Douglas Trojans. Douglas was able to score before half and cut the deficit a little bit. Let's talk about the Douglas Trojans, Dylan. What do they need to improve on the most?
Well, first and foremost, they got to limit the penalties, and they got to stick to what got them there, which is the running on the ground by Vic and Ziegler. Those are the go-to guys that have done really promising things for them early on in the first half. They're so dominant, and it's always positive yards every time one of them touches the football. So stick to what got you there, limit the penalties, and if you get to a fourth down situation, you have to convert. The 0-3 fourth downs really killed them in the first half, but they got the turnover, capitalize on the turnover, make it a game at 12-6. So they're right in there. Plenty of football left for them to come back and try to get this victory.
Yeah, quarterback Cash Sanders got into the end zone on a quarterback sneak towards the end of the first half, and then the Douglas Trojan defense held strong. But it was the Douglas Trojan defense that got the ball back for the offense off an interception. And that was a big move. I think that was Darius Tubbs.
Yep, sure was. Number 6, Tubbs.
Yeah, who's playing that free safety position. The ball went off the receiver's hands right into the arms of Tubbs, who got some positive yards on that specific play, and the offense did the rest after that. So you've got to sustain drives here. You've got to find ways to stay on the field and ultimately get into the end zone. I think Douglas underperformed in the first half. That's not what we've seen from them at the start of the season. They are 3-0, undefeated, going into this game, and they're going to have every opportunity to get the lead back. But they're going to have to execute, and they are going to have to limit those penalties. Remember, they made a big stop defensively on 3rd and 21 and then made the horse collar tackle, and it was automatic first down. Bridge Creek ended up going to score after that. So Douglas is going to get the football to start this second half, and we're going to bring every single play to you.
This could be a statement drive for this Trojans offense to start the second half. This will be a good way, make a statement, drive down the field, tie this ball game up.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's up to the Trojans to execute and at least tie this game up and possibly take the lead off a 2-point conversion or an extra point. But they've got to score. They've got to score a touchdown. And you've got Zamarius Ziegler back to return the kick, as well as I believe that's Darius Tubbs over there. We'll have to get the binoculars out. Okay.
We got Ziegler.
All right, let's go to the field view
Tubbs
here, and we'll get this game. Squib kick right down the middle. It's picked up on the right side, and he gets to the 35. He's going to be brought out about the 36-yard line, and that was Zamarius Ziegler with the short return. So 1st and 10 for the Douglas Trojans from the 37-yard line, their own 37.
That's great field position to start this first series of offense of the second half for this Trojans offense. We'll see what the young QB can do. Cash Sanders, only a sophomore, but
and
he's
he
got
looks
a lot
to be
of
okay.
promise.
Remember, he had that. It looked like he tweaked his
a little
ankle.
shook up.
But he's been able to shake that off. Got twin receivers to the left side, gets the snap, hands off to Ziegler, finds a hole up the middle for a solid 6-yard gain. Well, 5-yard gain. As soon as he sees daylight, boom, he hits the hole right where he sees it.
Yep, untouched until he hit the second level, tackled by one of those linebackers. But a nice 5-yard run on the play by number 4, Ziegler.
2nd and 5 for the Douglas Trojans. Get up to the line of scrimmage. Sanders overlooking the defense in the shotgun formation. Two running backs, one on each side. Twins receivers left. Gets the snap, hands off to Vic on the left side. He bounces it out, has the first down and some more. He's at the 45, 40, still on his feet, down close to the 30. We'll see where they spot it. It's on the far left side, but solid 20-yard gain for Cadis Vic.
I mean, what a run. He bounces it to the outside, shows off two things, speed and strength. What a great run by Vic to get the ball into Bobcats territory.
Trojan offense are starting off right here in the second half. You can sense the high urgency that they have to score and tie this game up and maybe even take the lead. All right, shotgun formation, Twins right. Running back on each side of Sanders. Gets the snap. He's going to hand off to Ziegler. Finds a hole to the left side, right side, and then he bursts upfield, and he's going to be close to that first down. I think they're going to give it to him. He gets 10 yards before you can take a breath.
So fast. Touchdown-saving tackle made by number 1, Lathan McKnight. If he's not there to make that play, Ziegler is headed to the residence.
All right, so it is an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Sanders calling out the play. Got twin receivers to the right side once again. Shotgun. Running back on each side of Sanders. Looking at that 4-3 defense. Hands off to Vic and bounces it to the left side.
He's got space.
He's going down to the 20. Inside the 10. Pushed out of bounds. Vic is doing a really good job of getting in open space and trucking down the field. You got to love what he brings to the table. That is a new first down at 10 for the Douglas Trojans, who have momentum. This is a different offense than we've seen in the first half. They're making the right adjustments. They're focused on the execution. I formation, Cash Sanders under center. Vic is the fullback. Ziegler is the tailback. Sanders gets the snap, hands it off to Vic up the middle, still on his feet. Did he get in? He's right at the goal line.
He got it to about the 1-yard line with the extra effort after contact. I'd say give it to him again. Keep feeding the monster.
Yeah,
he
Cass
has done
Sanders
a great
is
job.
kind of giving the signal to Coach Turner and says,
let's go.
Do it again.
Tempo.
Let's do this one more time. All right, I formation one more time. Ziegler is the fullback. They've shortened the I formation. He's closer to the quarterback now. And quarterback sneak up the middle, kind of a tush-push type of play, and that's a Douglas Trojan touchdown. Cass Sanders once again with another rushing touchdown, and guess what? The Trojans have tied the game up 12-12. They'll have an opportunity to kick an extra point or go for 2 and take a 2-point lead.
That's the exact same play that they scored their first touchdown on, just a QB sneak right up that A-gap by the quarterback, Cash Sanders, his second tutty on the night. Here is the 2-point conversion attempt by the Trojans offense.
All right, here we go. Another I formation. Fullback and a tailback, and we've got a false start.
Just like we had on the first 2-point attempt. Oh, man. Deja vu in the worst possible way.
Yeah, not an ideal situation. We'll see if they continue to go for 2 or if they – I don't see a kicker being thrown out there. They're going to go for 2 again. Despite the 5-yard setback, Turner relays the play to Cash Sanders, who's now telling his teammates. He's now in pistol formation. Ziegler is the tailback right behind the quarterback. Got an H-back there behind the tight end. Sanders gets it, runs right, looking to throw, throws, and incomplete. Trying to find Vic in the end zone. Didn't come up with it. The score will remain 12-12. Tie ball game here in the third quarter. You're listening to the Cricket Wireless Game of the Week, also sponsored by SSM Health and Oklahoma City Community College here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live to PPBC TV. We'll be right back. And we are back, getting ready for a kick return by Bridge Creek. Douglas Trojans tied this game up 12-12 here in the third quarter. And now the Trojans are going to kick the football off to the Bobcat deep onside. Went through the legs of the returner, gets it at the 10. Now he's going to run right, and he's going to be tackled right around the 15-yard line. That's why you kick the football that way. You've seen the Carolina Panthers do that, Dylan, where it's almost like a knuckleball kick, but in kick form.
Yeah, they made him field it, and he just couldn't come up with it clean. It goes between his legs and ends up going in favor of Douglas. So now they got him pinned back. We'll see if this defense can lock in and get a stop and give the ball back to their quarterback.
It's the Friday night game of the week between Bridge Creek and Douglas. Tie ball game 12-12 with 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Bobcats with the football. Did they get Douglas to jump?
I think they did. I think it's going to be offsides Douglas. The 2 D tackles got into the neutral zone. That's exactly what the call is.
Yeah, and Coach Turner is livid. He's telling his players to watch the ball and be more disciplined.
Mental mistakes, they will come back to get you.
1st and 5 for the Bobcats. Trip receivers on the right side, one to the left. Ball is snapped, hands off to the running back. Can't get through the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, number 44, Corday Griffin, filled the gap and put a lick on that running back right there.
He sure did. He made the running back feel him with that hit stick. Nice play by that linebacker, filling the hole and making it 3rd down for Bridge Creek.
Our producer, Brendan, really liked that play. He looked over at me and smiled real big. He likes the big hits, Dylan. He likes the physicality of the game.
He also likes Coca-Cola.
Yes, he does. All right, 2nd and 4 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. Ball is snapped. He's going to run right. Morrow looking to throw, and does. Deep down, it's a one-on-one. And did he catch it? He did. I think he caught that football. I don't know how, but he came up with it. The Douglas cornerback took a swipe at the ball, missed.
Wow.
Right into the arms of the wide receiver. And that was a solid 25-yard gain.
Yep, rollout play to the right, and he tested the defensive backs, and it was number 10, Jake Gherkin, who comes down with that reception to put the football into Trojans territory.
Bridge Creek will go for the big play, and we've seen him get success from that. That was another example there. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Morrow's going to run on the right side, gets some positive yards, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 7, maybe 8-yard gain there on the quarterback sweep.
Yep, design quarterback run to the right. The blocking was there, and it's about a 7-yard run by number 13, Keaton Morrow.
Well, we see this quarterback, Keaton Morrow. He'll bootleg it out right. He'll bootleg it out left, and he'll run a couple times to where you'll expect it. And then when he runs, usually you'll see that defense kind of collapse, and then he'll hit you over the top.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that happen a couple times here. Trips left, single receiver right, one running back. 1st and 2, and he's going to throw again, and it's going to be incomplete. Ball was uncatchable.
Yep, trying to find his man, Latham McKnight, but great play on the ball by that Douglas cornerback to avoid any damage. And
right, you could basically say he got jammed.
Yeah.
And he wasn't able to get out to the outside to get the football. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They're in Douglas territory.
It's a big 3rd down play.
The 34-yard line. Waiting on the snap. Trip receivers to the left. One running back gets it. Fakes the throw. He's going to take off. Has the first down and a few more, and he's going to be tackled right around the 25-yard line. Another first down for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They're starting to get some momentum on their own and move down closer to the red zone. They're just outside of it.
Yeah, they rely on the legs of their quarterback, Keaton Morrow, quite a bit. Acted like he was going to pass and then just took off right up the middle of the field and gets that first down, make it 1st and 10 for the Bobcats once again.
All right, twin receivers on each side. Shotgun. One in motion, the slot receiver is Latham. Ball is snapped. He's going to throw to Latham. Trying to get to the outside, does, and cuts back inside and gets tackled right around the 18 or 17-yard line. That's going to be another 1st down and 10 for Bridge Creek.
Yeah, they like.
And a late flag. And this could be on the Douglas Trojans. Super late flag. I don't know if there was some verbal problems on the far left side. I'm not sure.
Yep, having a good old meeting of the minds, trying to get the call right. Still waiting on the white hat, and here he comes. It's going to be against Douglas.
All right. So that is going to be
a result in a first down for Bridge Creek.
It's unfortunate.
Might even be, it's going to be 1st and goal now on about the 9-yard line of Douglas.
Yeah, I think it was a sideline infraction. All right, so it will be it's going to be on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for Bridge Creek from the 9. Trojan defense have to stay strong here.
Turnover would be ideal.
You've got to find a way to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Got to find a way.
Yep.
You got to stay diligent here. You know what they're doing by now. Both teams are pretty familiar at this point of this game. And
got to
Bridge
keep
Creek,
a spy on Morrow.
They scored both their touchdowns through the air, right?
Yes. Yep. One throw to the tight end and then one throw to the receiver, Latham McKnight. So
all right, now the play clock has started, and Bridge Creek's approaching the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 9. Trip receivers to the right side, one to the left. Ball is snapped. He throws to screen on the right side, and he's going to get in, or close to it. I think he's going to get in.
Yep, it's going to be a touchdown, Bridge Creek.
Yep, touchdown, Bridge Creek. They go up 6 points. It's now going to be 18-12. The question is, are they going for 2 or are they going to kick the extra point?
I think they're going to attempt the extra point here. Just play it safe. They just got the ball to the receiver in space and
they attempted
let him run to
the extra point at the first touchdown of the game and missed it. Then they went for 2 on the second touchdown, and it was unsuccessful. So maybe you go back to the extra point here.
They're not. They're going to go for 2 points.
No. Morrow's under center, I formation. Here's the snap, hands off to the running back, and is he in, or does he get stifled at the line of scrimmage? We'll see what the call is. No good.
Gets stopped short.
Douglas stops the 2-point conversion from happening. Bridge Creek does get a 6-point advantage here. They're up 18-12 with just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Stick with us. We'll be right back with more second half action here on the Friday night high school game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and Oklahoma City Community College. We'll be right back. All right, we are back live in full effect. The Bridge Creek Bobcats just scored a touchdown. They're up 18-12 with 4 minutes, 59 seconds left in the third quarter. We're broadcasting live from Moses F. Miller Stadium for the Friday night high school game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless and SSM Health and OCCC here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and streaming live straight to PPBC TV. Nice kick, deep. And they're going to have to come up with it. Pick it up.
Football.
Pick it up. Gets it on the right side, and he's going to go 15, 20,
no
25, 30, 40s, 50.
Oh.
Got one man to beat. Cuts back inside, gets pushed out of bounds.
Oh, my
What
gosh.
a play.
It looked like he was just going to let the ball bounce. He grabs it at the last second, takes off up the sideline, shows his speed, almost loses the football on a fumble, tips it right back to himself, and gets it deep into Bobcat territory.
Darius Tubbs with the return.
Wow.
It was almost like, are you guys coming for me? Are you coming for me? And at the last second, picks up the ball and bursts right and gets a massive return for the Trojans and came very, very close to taking that to the house. That's one of those things where you go, no.
Don't do
no,
it.
no,
Don't
no,
do
no.
it. Do it.
No, wait. Yes, go. Wow. What a special teams play by the Douglas Trojans. That was intense. Ball is snapped to Cash Sanders, hands off to Ziegler. He's off the right side, cuts back inside, still on his feet. He's pushed out of bounds. Not sure on the yardage, kind of at a different perspective here up in the press box.
Looked to be about a 4 or 5 yard run on the play.
He ran about 10 yards, but it was east.
Yeah. He was east and west, not north and south, so it looks to be about a 6-yard gain to make it 2nd and 4 for the Trojans.
All right, here we go. Clock is ticking. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Pistol formation, double tight, 2 tight ends. Ziegler in the backfield. Ball is snapped. Ziegler cuts back inside. Gets minimal yardage. Not very much, if any at all. We'll most
Maybe
certainly
about
get
a 1-yard gain on that run
and
to the left.
thought we had an injured player there for the Trojans, and
I think one of those old linemen got rolled up on, but he's trying to shake it off. He's not going to come off the field. Too crucial of a drive to come off the field right now.
wow. Okay, here we go. Trojans trying to tie this game, but they can only do it with a touchdown. Double tight, 2 tight ends. Sanders gets the snap, hands it off to Ziegler on the right side. Burst up the middle. He has the first down. Didn't need much, only needed 2. He got about 3 or 4. So that is going to move the chains and give them a fresh new set of downs as they are inside the 15-yard line on the 14. This is the time where you have to execute. You've got to find a way to put some points on the board and tie this game up. Dylan, this is a district game.
This is a district
This
game.
is a game that you want to win if you want to make the playoffs in Class 4A.
Got to do it. They want to remain undefeated. This is a big-time game. We'll see
Shotgun
what they got
formation.
right now.
Ball is snapped. Hands off to Ziegler on the right side. And he's quickly tackled. Or
Yep.
was that Tubbs?
I think that was Ziegler. Great tackle on the play for the Bobcats by number 69, Bill Fryer. Not much on that run to the right, about a 1 or 2 yard gain to make it 2nd and 8 for Douglas. I'd like to see him get the ball back in Vic's hands. He did a lot of damage on that last touchdown drive.
Kentrell Banks, Dalen Morris down there on the offensive line. They're working hard. I formation, Cash Sanders under center. Vic's in the fullback position. Ziegler's right behind him. They're going to give it to Ziegler on the right side. Burst up the middle, and he's going to be close to the end zone.
I think that's going to make it 1st down and goal. Just a nice halfback draw right up the middle with the speedster, lightning in a bottle, Zamarius Ziegler.
And they're going to keep this clock ticking away. We're under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, Douglas is near the goal line. They're down 6 points. Scores 18-12. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3. We've seen Cash Sanders get into the end zone on some quarterback sneaks. Seen it twice so far tonight. Get the snap. Hands it off to the running back who is hit before the line of scrimmage. I'm not seeing any signal. In fact,
Ziegler on the carry. Ends up getting tackled right before the goal line by 53, Kaysen. This kind of feels like
2nd
a QB
and goal
sneak
from the 3 here.
or a fullback dive.
I formation, waiting on the snap. Sanders gets it. Quarterback sneak up the middle. It's a touchdown. Douglas Trojans. They've tied the football game up. 18-18.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That is 3 quarterback sneaks for 3 touchdowns by the sophomore quarterback, Cash Sanders. He likes that cash money right there. Ties this up. We'll see if they can take the lead here. Might be attempting the extra point.
It certainly looks that way. They could take the lead if they knock down this extra point. Here's the snap. The kick is up. Off the field goal post.
Oh, man.
Doink.
Man, the doink got him that time on the extra point attempt. So we are still tied 18-all. Bridge Creek here at Moses F. Miller Stadium versus the mighty Douglas Trojans. What a game do we have, Swick?
That's exactly right. We're going to take one quick timeout, come back and get this kick return underway. You're tuned in to the Friday Night Football broadcast sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and OCCC on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. And streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between 2 buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
All right, welcome back. 1:03 left in the third quarter of the Friday Night High School Game of the Week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and OCCC here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Streaming live on PPBC TV. Caught it at the 10. Bridge Creek bringing it out. Cuts back inside, gets close to the 30, and he's going to be brought down. They'll probably mark him at about the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Bridge Creek. Douglas tied it up 18-18, went for the extra point, and it went doink off the field goal post. No good. Otherwise, they would have been up by 1 point.
Yeah, definitely remember.
Hard-fought game here tonight for Moses F. Miller.
Hard-fought game by both teams. They're leaving it all out there. Under a minute left in the third.
Trips right, single receiver left, 1 running back in the backfield. Keaton Moore trying to draw him off sides, unsuccessful, gets the snap, hands it off to the running back, and he's quickly brought down, and there is a flag in the backfield. I think this is holding.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be against the Bobcats. Waiting on the white
Douglas
hats call
linebackers
here.
did a great job of just recognizing the play.
Reading their
Yeah,
keys.
illegal shift by Bobcats. And so that's going to be a 5-yard gain, or a 5-yard setback for Bridge Creek. 51 seconds left in the third quarter.
Douglas actually declines the penalty.
Okay.
They want to make it 2nd down and 10 instead of 1st and 15.
All right, that's what they're going to do then. That call was made by Coach Damon Turner, who has done a marvelous job with these young men. He's really gotten them to buy in, and they just love playing for him. Shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. Bootlegs right. Morton looking to throw and does. One-on-one situation. And did he catch it? He caught it
my
again.
Gosh, the same exact play. Sprint out to the right, and he finds the same exact player for the same exact result. That's Lathan McKnight.
Yeah,
Another tough catch over the defender.
Cash Hall's trying to make a play on the ball. It's just unsuccessful. And I'm not – I mean, he's doing a great job covering him. But
He was
somehow
right there, yeah.
the receiver's just coming up with the football, and Cash Hall is just pulling his hair out and he's going, what can I do differently here?
Good deed. just
Because you
better
don't
O.
want a pass interference.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. Tough situation.
1st and 10 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. Gets the snap, runs right, similar play, but he's going to keep it this time and moves upfield and gets pushed out of bounds. And is that going to stop the clock? Nope, it's going to go all the way to the end of the third quarter. We'll take a timeout, bring you some fourth quarter action. It's tie ball game, fourth quarter coming up next. Here live from Moses F. Miller Stadium in the east side of Oklahoma City. We'll be back with our Friday night high school game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and OCCC on 105.3 and streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back. We are back, fourth quarter, under the Friday night lights here at Moses F. Miller Stadium on the east side of OKC. You're in tune to the Friday night high school game of the week. Tie ball game, 18-18 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Bridge Creek with the football. Gets it. They're going to reverse it. Let's see what number one on the right side. 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's pushed out of bounds right at the 4. Now, there is laundry on the field. Could be a holding play.
Yeah,
could be a block in the back. I think a lot of it is coming back.
When you run the double reverse like that, it's really hard to not commit a penalty because it requires really difficult blocking.
Coach Turner is livid, and it is going to be on Bridge Creek, and it is going to come back. I mean,
oh, man, Douglas
very
just caught
close.
a really big
they really
break
did.
right there.
They really did, because that was a well-executed reverse.
Sure
but,
was.
You know, if you had to hold, it's not worth it.
Yep, no doubt about it. So the trickery worked, but there was a penalty, so does not matter. Still tied at 18 all, 11:48 left in the game. Bridge Creek with the football in Trojans territory.
Second and 5. So they're only going to give him credit for 5 yards. Okay. All right, trips left, single receiver right. Morton fakes the handoff, looking to throw, and has a man caught over the middle. Touchdown, Bridge Creek. Number 1, Lathan McKnight. Beat the free safety over the top, caught it in stride, got into the end zone, and Bridge Creek has taken the lead again.
Another touchdown through the air. That's the second touchdown for Lathan McKnight. He just shows off his speed. He beat the 2 safeties. I'm not sure if they even saw him. If they did, it was a little too late. He was running past them. That's his second tud on the night. Here comes Bridge Creek for the 2-point conversion attempt.
I formation, fullback, tailback, right behind Morton. Morrow, my apologies. They're going to give it to McKnight on the right side. He gets in, and they've got a 2-point lead. Or, I'm sorry, an 8-point lead now. The 2-point conversion is good. So it's now 26-18. The Bridge Creek Bobcats have finally gotten a 2-point conversion. And so it's going to be up to the Douglas Trojans to get back in the end zone. And when they get there, if they get there, they're going to have to execute the 2-point conversion to tie this game.
Yep, that's exactly right. Now is the time that Douglas is getting hit with a little bit of adversity. How do you respond to this adversity is going to tell you a lot about this Douglas Trojans football team. Late in the fourth, it's going back and forth the whole game. Douglas has answered, but now they need an answer more than ever.
Well, they need to keep the momentum that they got on offense and just keep replicating that. You know, Douglas got the ball to start the third quarter and was able to move down the field and score. They've got to do it again.
Yep, and that last drive
their team
started
depends
out
on
with that crazy kickoff return to put them in prime real estate. We'll see what kind of kickoff return they have this time because they have the speed to go the distance.
Great crowd here at Moses F. Miller Stadium. And I know it's hard to see from across the way. We don't have a camera on the home side, but great crowd participation. There's a lot of alumni members here, a lot of football fans here coming to watch the game. All right, so Douglas Trojan's going to return the kick. Kind of a deep squib kick. It's going to be picked up by Tubbs. And he got it and is immediately brought down. And they're going to mark him down at the 15-yard line. Not exactly a great return this time like it was the last time.
Yep, now they got to go the whole field to try to tie this game up. If anybody can do it, the Douglas Trojans can do it. Gotta stay disciplined and limit the penalties on this drive.
11:32 on the clock. Plenty of time to march down the field and score. That's what you've got to do if you want to win this game tonight. You got to score, and then you need to get the 2-point conversion to tie it up and get back to even. Cash Sanders, sophomore quarterback, has got 3 touchdowns tonight for the Douglas Trojans. Gets the snap, hands off to Vic. Bullies his way upfield for a few yards. He got positive yards, but not very many.
Yeah, not much room to work with there. Tried to bulldoze his way through one of those linebackers, but ends up getting tackled maybe a yard on the play by Vic. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Douglas deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they're not even going to mark him for that 1 yard. Yeah, there they are. Okay. Sometimes the scoreboard is a little bit late. All right, double tight, 2 tight ends. Sanders gets the snap, hands off to Ziegler, trying to find some room on the left side, and he's quickly swallowed up. Bridge Creek knew exactly what they were doing and reacted accordingly, and that defensive line got into the backfield and became disruptive.
Yeah, they're just stacking the
Tackle
box.
for a loss.
Douglas is in that double tight formation, no receivers out, so Bridge Creek just stacking the box, expecting run the entire time, and defended it well. 3rd and long
Quick substitutions. You've got to cut the. You've got to get closer here. Douglas doesn't mind going for it on 4th down, but you've got to make it manageable. All right, twin receivers, 2 on each side. Sanders gets the ball, drops back, looking to throw, and does. Incomplete.
Yeah,
It'll be
throws it
fourth
way
down and
short.
9 for the Trojans, and I don't think they're going to do anything with the football except punt it.
Yeah.
Deep in their own territory like that, down 8 points. You've got to rely on your defense to make a play. They did in the first half, got that interception. Offense got the ball back and scored. Got to do something similar here if you want to remain in this ball game. 10 minutes, 2 seconds left.
Got to field the punt.
You've got Lathan McKnight back to
He's already got 2
return the punt.
touchdowns, so you got to stick to him
and
like glue.
it takes a Douglas bounce, and it's going to go all the way to the 41-yard line. Bridge Creek will take over at their own 41, up 8 points with 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're in a really good position. We knew that they would come ready to play. They've started the season 0-3. They played some really tough opponents. And the idea is that those 3 non-district games would prepare them for games like this. And it seems to be working. You don't obviously like to win the games.
Right. Yeah.
But, you can start the season 0-3 against some non-district teams, but then be 1-0 in district play. It's still a pretty good situation. The game's not over yet. It's far from it. All right, quarterback's going to try and move it up himself. I think he may have gotten a yard. At least he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much
Keaton
there
Morrow.
on the quarterback draw by Morrow. I would expect Bridge Creek to keep this ball on the ground to try to keep the clock running.
Right.
They would like it to milk the clock. It's 9:40 left in the fourth, 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Maybe see a throwing attempt on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Shotgun formation. 2nd down and 10 for Bridge Creek. Up 8. Gets the snap. Drops back. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Oh almost incomplete. The ball was batted up, and then it dropped into the hands of Lathan McKnight.
Yep, bobbled it. Was somehow able to come up with the catch. Move the chains. Another 1st down and 10 for the Bobcats, who are now right back in Douglas Trojans territory.
He's a dependable receiver.
44-yard line. Yeah, he's had a big night against Douglas. 2 tutties. He made catch after catch. I mean, that was a circus catch right there. By
1st and 10 from the Douglas 44 for the Bridge Creek Bobcats. Gets the snap, hands off to 31, bounces it outside, has some room to run. Close to that 1st down marker, gets the 1st down and gets pushed out of bounds. A solid 13-yard gain to the far left side. And now the Bobcats have some momentum as they march closer to the red zone.
Yep, that was the freshman running back on the carry, 31, Keaton Sugg. Another 1st down
any
run.
Type of score.
But he did go out of bounds, so the clock is stopped.
Any type of score here would make it a 2-possession game, and that just would not bode well for the Douglas Trojans with only minutes left in the fourth quarter. Ball is snapped. Quarterback sweep on the left side. He may have gotten another 1st down. It was really close.
I think
Keaton
he got
Morrow.
the first. Keaton Morrow really fleet of foot that time. He just took it in his own hands and got the first, but goes out of bounds again, so the clock has stopped once again.
Trojan defense needs to create a turnover here.
Try to punch the ball, strip it, go for a pick. You got to be very aggressive here on defense.
All right, shotgun formation. Keaton Morrow overlooking the defense. Trip receivers to the right, one to the left. Keaton Sugg on the right side. Morrow runs, and is he going to throw it? No, he is going to throw it and finds McKnight on the right side. 10-5. Going to be tackled at the 3. That is a play we've seen time and time again where they bootleg it right, and he either keeps it or he throws it. But either way, he's drawing in that defense.
Yep.
And then McKnight is going to pop out on the backside, and he hits him.
Yep, they've made a killing off that play all night long. Run pass option. Morrow keeps it until the last second and then finds his number 1 target, Lathan McKnight.
1st and goal from the 3 for the Bobcats of Bridge Creek. 8 minutes left in the game. Trips receivers left, and he's going to bobble the snap and get tackled in the backfield, and the Trojans are going to get a tackle for a loss. Really
If that would
good
have
play.
bounced one different direction, the Trojans would have been on that football. So lucky Bridge Creek is to get back on it.
So it will be 2nd down and 7. There's a 4-yard loss on that play.
We've seen them have trouble with the exchange on the ball. We've seen them fumble it. I've seen some crazy things watching football my entire life, Swick.
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
Trojans need 3 stops here. 2nd and 7. They need 3 stops. Going to run left. Morrow steps back, throws. Incomplete.
Wow.
Incomplete.
Had a chance at an interception, really.
2 more stops here, Douglas.
Great
Got to stay
pressure.
strong. You cannot let these guys in the end zone to make it a 2-possession game. Okay, time is not on your side right now. You've got to find a way to hold for 2 more plays.
Oh, man, they hit the quarterback really hard. Morrow, he is struggling to walk off the field. He's shook up. Great pressure. Leads to the bad throw and the incomplete.
And they're going to call a timeout, and they might be coming back with a new quarterback. Stay tuned to find out. This Friday night high school game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and OCCC on 105.3, streaming live to PPBC TV. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7, Bridge Creek. Well, it's 3rd and goal from the 7. Bridge Creek has an 8-point lead, but they are knocking on the door. And so Douglas defense is trying to hold strong. They cannot allow a score here to make it a 2-possession game. You got 7 minutes, 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Bridge Creek, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 7. Ball is snapped. Looks right, throws. Catches a touchdown pass.
Man.
Number 10, Jake Gherkin. Morrow threw it over the middle and just hoped his receiver could get there, and he did.
Yep, just threw it up for his receiver to make a play on the ball, and Jake Gherkin makes the touchdown catch to make this a 2-possession ball game with 7 minutes and 8 seconds left. So time is definitely not on Douglas's side. Still got time to try to get a score, and then at that
Get a
point,
stop,
depending-
and maybe you have some time left to get another score.
or go for an onside,
Right.
depending on if they can score in the first place.
They send out their extra point unit. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. And this time it's good. 33-18, Bridge Creek Bobcats with the lead over the Trojans here in the 4th quarter. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
tables have turned real quick.
it is impressive. Let's call a spade here. I mean, Bridge Creek is performed at the most crucial
They have.
times of the game.
Yep.
When their back's against the wall and they need to make a play, they have. And so you got to give them credit there. Trojans have had their moments today. They just need to play a little bit better on defense and prevent the big play. The big play has been a detriment to the Trojans. And we'll see how they respond here offensively. It could make it interesting if they can get into the end zone and score quickly. Time is not on your side. You've got to score as fast as humanly possible here, and they have the players to do it.
Got some good kick returners, too. You got Tubbs and Ziegler back there. If one of them has any type of seam to run through, they can take it the distance. If I'm Bridge Creek, I'm kicking it away from either one of those guys.
Yeah. Back to return the kick is Zamir Ziegler. You've got Adarius Tubbs back there as well. And I think Cash Hall might be out there too. Let's see. Here's the kick. Kind of a squib kick right down the middle, right in the arms.
That's Tubbs.
Drove to the left, cuts it up, and still on his feet, close to the 50. He's going to be brought down at really the 48. Pretty good return, pretty good field position. You just need a big play.
Yeah,
you need to score now.
They're a run-heavy offense, which is not good in this type of situation because then that means the clock is going to keep on ticking. So I'd like to see him try to take a shot with the arm of the sophomore quarterback, Cash Sanders. At some point, you got to try to take a shot down the field and test those DBs for Bridge Creek.
Double tight set. I formation, one H-back, or an H-back on each side. Ball is snapped, hands off to Ziegler on the right side. He has some room. Gets going, and he has 10 yards pretty quick. Get out of bounds, young man, and he did.
Smart play right there.
That's going to stop the clock. Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. They got the chains moving. Really well executed play by that Trojans offense. Ziegler on the carry. Shows his speed. Gets to the outside.
6:40 left in the fourth quarter here. Moses F. Miller Stadium. Trojans with the football, down 2 touchdowns. Here we go. Ball under center, or Cash Sanders under center, gets the snap, hands off to Ziegler on the left side. Trying to get some room, trying to get to the outside, cuts back inside, down to the 30, and he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. And the clock is going to continue to tick.
Yep, that's what Bridge Creek wanted. They wanted to keep him in bounds.
Keep him in bounds.
They did just that. So Douglas has got to run the offense with some tempo here, some urgency. You can't take your time getting the play call in.
Here we go. I formation once again. Fullback, tailback. Trojans overlooking the defense. Cass Sanders, quarterback. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. Just didn't have much protection up front. The Bridge Creek Bobcat defensive lineman. I think that was 52. Jacob Johnson with the quarterback sack. Not an ideal situation for the Trojans. You just set yourself back further, and the clock is going to continue to tick. So here we go. Double tight set. Receivers on each side. Kamari Perry is on the left side. He's a tall receiver. If you can get him the football, he'll go up and catch it. Sanders runs right, throws. Incomplete. He was getting pressured as he was throwing it. I like the idea. He had a receiver on the far right side. I think that was Tubbs on a one-on-one situation. He just couldn't push off this back foot as much as he wanted because he had pressure from Bridge Creek. So that will stop the clock at 4:59.
Yeah, the pressure is what killed that play. He was never really able to get his feet set and throw the ball down the field. It was a jump throw attempt by him, desperation throw.
You got Vic lined up as a wide receiver on the far right side. 2 timeouts for Douglas. Ball is snapped. Sanders throws. Has a man in double coverage, incomplete. Tried to find Kamari Perry on the left side. That's going to bring up a long 4th down situation that I think you've got to go for here.
Yeah,
Dylan.
You do.
I mean, you've got to go for the big play. Maybe you could draw a pass interference if
down by 2 scores.
I don't know, but this is a situation where you've got to go for it. Time isn't on your side, so let's see what happens. Twin receivers right, one to the left. Actually, you're going to get trip receivers on the right side. Pistol formation, double tight so you can have some extra protection. Ball is snapped. Sanders looks, throws, has a man, incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the Douglas Trojans. And that's going to give the football back to the Bridge Creek Bobcats with a 2-touchdown lead. Our score right now is 33-18, and there's only 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this football game. Not the way the Trojans have drawn it up or expected. Sometimes you can get caught off guard, and that's the Bridge Creek Bobcats. They've played well tonight, and they've got a 2-possession lead.
Yep, most likely. Like I said, just going to run the football. Ball security is really vital for this Bridge Creek offense. If you're Douglas, you got
Morrow
to try to
gets
get
the
a
ball,
turnover.
hands off to Sugg up the middle. He cuts back inside, still on his feet, gets a solid 6-yard gain. I mean, Keaton Sugg is just a ninth grader.
Young kid,
But
he's got a
running
good
like
build to him.
he's a strong runner. No question about it. He'll
Tall.
also play linebacker for you.
That's definitely a name to remember in the years to come. Keaton Sugg.
And Shattuck Swires, I think, is in at quarterback here. Number 3. He's a junior quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to try to preserve Morrow after he got shook up
Trip
earlier.
receivers to the left side, single receiver to the right. Gets the snap, hands off to Sugg. He's going to be hit in the backfield, and that Trojan defense is going to get a tackle for a loss. We're under 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Stay tuned for our Just Burgers player of the game. Do you want a smash burger done right? Try Just Burgers. It's deliciousness jumping in your mouth. 7821 Northeast 23rd Street in OKC, right near Midwest Boulevard on 23rd. Great burgers, and that's a place that you frequent often.
Oh, yeah. I've been to Just Burgers multiple times, and every single time I go, it always smacks.
All right, here we go. Ball and snap, hands off to Sugg. Fakes a handoff, throws over the middle. They're going to get McKnight all the way. He is gone. 10-5 touchdown. Bridge Creek once again gets another touchdown from Lathan McKnight. Is that his third or
yeah,
second?
that's his third touchdown on the night. For number one, he's been slicing and dicing all night long against that secondary of Douglas. He's been the go-to player for Bridge Creek. Every single time they need a big play made, it's number one, Lathan McKnight. So now the score, it's going to be a 3-possession game. Getting ready to attempt the extra point.
All right, here we go.
Left.
And I believe that's Shattuck Swires is the kicker.
Can do it all. Can throw.
Ball is
can
snapped.
Kick.
Kick is up. It is blocked. Douglas got a hand on it, but they're in a lot of trouble on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
no question about it. Scores 39-18. Trojans are going to get the football back, but I just don't know if there's enough time to come back in this game. I just don't think there is. Down 3 touchdowns. So it's an unfortunate turn of events. I know we've got a lot of Douglas Trojan fans watching the stream and tuning in, and we appreciate the support. I guarantee the players do too. This was a little bit unexpected.
Good thing is it's only one game.
It is one game. There's
still
plenty
have
of time
so
to
much
rebound.
More football left in the
Absolutely,
season.
plenty of time to rebound and come back strong.
Just gotta
no
take
question
this
about it.
as a learning experience and get better and use it as motivation.
And I guarantee that's what Coach Turner's going to do. Absolutely. So you just got to continue to play hard, and let's finish out this game the best way we can. But I think the writing is on the wall, unfortunately, in terms of who's winning and who's going to lose the game. But I still believe in these young men. They've put a lot of work in, and they've stubbed their toe tonight. There's no question about it. That's just the best way I could say it. They haven't played their best football, and now they're paying for it on the scoreboard. But that doesn't mean they can't learn from this and be better going forward.
Absolutely.
And I firmly believe that they will. I mean, you look at what Cadis Vick is as a running back and as a defensive end. Ziegler is really – is that an onside?
Yes,
okay, all
squib
right.
kick, but Douglas does field it, so they got some good field position to
LaDarren
work with.
LaDarren Kennedy on the onside recovery. I didn't really like that call. Thought that was a bit disrespectful, but that's okay.
3:16 left in the game. Trojans got the football.
Let's see if they can finish strong. Maybe they can get in the end zone and just make this look a little bit better. I love what Adarius Tubbs is as an athlete. I love what Zamarius Ziegler does. I think Cash Sanders has made so much strides this year as a sophomore quarterback. There's a lot to be excited about going forward.
No
Sanders
doubt.
drops back. He's looking for somebody. Gets rid of it, and it was almost intercepted off the fingertips of Jacob Rotchett. And Cash was being pressured.
And
Got to
it's
work
just
on their
tough.
pass blocking a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
got to work on the pass blocking, the receivers. Got to make sure they're running nice and crisp routes. But at this point in the game, Bridge Creek knows that Douglas has to throw the football, so those DBs are just sitting back waiting on it.
And those defensive ends are just teeing off. You know, they know they're in pass rush mode
For sure.
here right now. See this snap is dropped back. Sanders looking to throw and has a man and just overthrew Cadis Vick on the right side. And that's going to stop the clock at 3 minutes left in the game. It will be 3rd down and 10 for the Douglas Trojans.
Yeah, most likely going to be another passing play for Cash Sanders. He's testing his arm strength on this drive for sure.
And this sophomore quarterback is just giving it his all. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns tonight.
He's learning every single game. He's getting better.
Absolutely. And, he's had some moments where it's like he got up kind of slow. He's absorbed some hits.
Going to be sore in the morning for sure.
Here's the snap. They're going to hand off to Ziegler on the left side, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. It'll be to bring up a 4th down and long situation here for the Trojans. And
this might be the
this will be the
last heave,
last
for
offensive
Douglas.
player of the game, or the last offensive play of the game for the Douglas Trojans here.
Looks like they're going to just go ahead and punt.
But despite how this game has turned out, I think the Trojan alumni, the Trojan fan base,
a lot of good stuff to take
should
away.
be proud of their attendance today. We've seen a lot of support for these young athletes, scholar athletes, that they've got to be happy about it. And I know they feel it. I really do. And there's a timeout called by Douglas. We'll take 1-2. We'll be right back with the Friday night game of the week, sponsored by Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, and OCCC here on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 KIMB, and streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste. Big smiles. Big moments. All stacked between 2 buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers. Nothing else compares.
All right, we are back. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Bridge Creek is up 39-18. They've taken a 3-touchdown lead here late in the 4th quarter. Believe it or not, it was only a few minutes ago in the 3rd quarter. It was time ball game. So it's taken a drastic turn.
Yeah, Bridge Creek just made the plays when they really needed to with their play of the quarterback, Keaton Morrow, running the ball, doing some really good things, also throwing it down the field to his main man, Lathan McKnight. They just finished strong when they needed to, and Douglas had some self-inflicting wounds that they just couldn't get past, but they put up a great fight tonight.
Well, you got to wonder what would have this looked like if they didn't go 0 for 3 on 4th down at the first half.
Could have changed everything.
Yeah. That gave the ball back to Bridge Creek. They were able to take advantage of that, and they're going to try and run this clock out. The hands off to the running back for about a yard or 2. Now we're under 2 minutes away from the game. Be thinking on who the player of the game, brought to you by Just Burgers, is going to be. But one thing you must do is tune in to Prep Zone tonight, immediately following this broadcast, with D. Wright and Coach Luke Orvis. Prep Zone does a great job of highlighting football scores from around the state, keeping you informed and talking about players, big games, big performances. They'll have conversations from insiders that are at other games. And they'll be live on this station coming up here very, very shortly. All right, Bridge Creek's going to get all the way down close to the 3rd down marker. It was about a 7-yard gain up the middle.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1st down run by that freshman running back, Keaton Sugg. It's the change.
And all you Bridge Creek
once
fans
again.
got to be happy about 31. I think he's got a bright future.
happy about 31, 13, and number 1, Lathan McKnight, senior, along with number 13, Keaton Moore, the quarterback. He's also a senior.
All right, they're getting to the line of scrimmage here. And you've got your quarterback, Shattuck Swires, in. Twin receivers each set. He's just going to take a knee, and that's going to be the end of our ball game. Final score is 39-18. The Bridge Creek Bobcats get their first victory of the season over the Douglas Trojans. They're now 1-0 in district play and 1-3 overall. Douglas, on the other hand, is now 3-1 overall, 0-1 in district play. So we'll keep you updated on where they're going next. They'll have an opportunity to right this wrong. I think they'll come out of this game a better team, even though they didn't win it.
For sure.
I think they're going to learn from their mistakes. Coach Turner is going to watch the film with the players, and they're going to study and give it their best shot. But who is our Jess Burgers player of the game, Dylan?
It's going to be number 1 for Bridge Creek, Lathan McKnight. The star receiver was just killing them all night long in the game with 3 touchdowns. When they needed him the most, he showed up with catch after catch. Lathan McKnight, congratulations, young man. You're our player of the game.
Again, final score, Bridge Creek 39, Douglas 18. Stay tuned for Prep Zone with D. Wright and Coach Luke Orvis on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. And stay up to date on all of the high school football scores from around the state and go over the highlights, the big games, and have the conversations with the high school football insiders. Stay in the know with high school football by tuning in to Prep Zone, which is about to go down. We want to thank our sponsors, Cricket Wireless, SSM Health, OCCC, State Farm agent Chuck Davis, Just Burgers, OKC Sports Radio 105.3, Super Prep, and then, of course, the Friday night Prep Zone radio show, which is about to go down. Have a great week in Oklahoma. Stay tuned on Monday morning starting at 8 a.m. for the Morning Rush with myself and D. Wright, and we will recap everything that's occurred in sports over the weekend. But until then, enjoy yourself and have a great weekend. And thank you for tuning in to OKC Sports Radio 105.3 and viewing live on PPBC TV. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oh, yeah. That's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between 2 buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast without the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.